Congratulations on the purchase of your Jayco 17 RV. My name is Russ. I'm with TerryTown RV. I'm going to do your orientation with you today. We're going to start out with a little bit of maintenance you want to do on this. You're starting off with your roof and the top of your slide out. They are rubber membranes, so you do want to treat those a couple times a year. There's a rubber roof cleaner and conditioner. Just spray the product on, scrub it in, and rinse it off. It's real easy to do, but very necessary. Your slide out. Your slide out has some rubber seals. This is a wipe away seal. It wipes the moisture off when your slide out goes in. And then you have a bulb seal right here. This seals the weather out when the slide out is in. There's a slide out seal conditioner. You spray it on, it foams up, and you just leave it on there. It will soak into the pores of the rubber, keeps this from drying out and cracking, prevents leaks. Your tires, you do have 65 psi for your tire pressure. It is listed right here on the sticker on the side. Be sure to maintain your tire pressure, and you'll also want to grease your wheel bearings. Recommended every 6,000 miles or 2 years. You can just pop this cap off. There are bearing buddies behind it, so make sure you do that. Your awning over on the other side here. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. So your awning, there is a product that's an awning cleaner with a UV blocker. Make sure you have that UV blocker. You're going to bring your awning out, spray it on the top of the awning, scrub it in, and rinse it off. Do that a couple times a year as well. And then your siding, all these stickers on the side, your graphics, and then the siding itself over time may start to fade. The graphics might start to crack and peel. One way to prevent that from happening is to wax it. Regular Carnauba style car wax, same thing you use on your vehicle. If you don't like to wax, that's not something you want to do, we do offer a ceramic coating we put on here at TerryTown. It's a chemical. It has a bond with your siding. It's guaranteed to last for 5 years, and in that 5 years, if something were to happen to the graphics or your siding, then they would be fixed or replaced. It's a 5-year warranty, so it also covers your awning. If your awning were to start to fade or crack, your awning would be replaced as well. I'll go over that a little bit more towards the end of the video, but if it's something you're interested in, we can have that done before you pick up. Alright, we're going to start here in the front. You do have electric tongue jack, so you have up and down with this button. This one is your light. If your tongue jack were to fail, pop this cap off. There's a tool inside where you can manually crank this up or down. You do have one 30-pound propane tank. Your battery would go right here. If you get the starter kit, you get a brand new deep cycle marine battery. We do fill your propane tank. Stabilizer jacks on all 4 corners. Those are used for stabilizing only. So you want to level this using your tires and the tongue jack. Once it's level, then you use your stabilizers. Go over here to the water heater. Water heater is gas or electric. It's all electronic ignite. This is your cap. Cap goes right here when you're ready to use it. So just put the cap in, fill it up, and then turn it on. I'll show you inside where the access panel to the back of the water heater is. So right now it is bypassed, and you'll have a couple of valves on the back of that water heater to turn to unbypass it. If you are full hookup camping, this is your city water connection. So you hook a hose up to that at the park, and you'll have water pressure through that hose. Do recommend to use a water pressure regulator. Anything over 50 psi, you stand a chance of bursting your lines. So I would definitely use a water pressure regulator. Right here, if you're rustic camping, you're going to fill your freshwater tank here, and then you'll turn your water pump on. And then you have water pressure through that water pump. You do not want to use both of these at the same time, because if you have pressured water in here, and then you have pressure from your water pump, you could burst your lines that way too. So one or the other. Right next to your freshwater tank, this is your furnace. This does get very hot, so be careful with any kids or pets around this if you're using the furnace. They will get burned. There are screens that go over top of this. Keep the rodents and bees out. Right down here, You have a blue and a red line. These are your low point drains. These are the lowest points on the trailer, so if you need to drain the water out of your lines, you just open those up and all the water will drain out. There are 3 places to empty water from. You have your low point drains, your water heater, and your freshwater tank. And right down here, that's where you will empty the freshwater tank. Right. This is your refrigerator vents and your condensation hose. So be sure this is out, otherwise it's going to get wet inside. I'll go over that in a second. Right down here is where all the fun happens. So you have a black tank and a gray tank. So black handle, gray handle. This is your toilet water, dirty sink and shower. You're going to hook your hose up to here. It's going to go to the septic. Then you're going to pull this black tank. Let that empty. Then you pull the gray tank. So this gray, dirty sink and shower water is going to help wash the black out of your hose. Once those are empty, close that gray up, leave the black open. Then you'll hook a hose up here. This is your black tank flush. It's like an upside down sprinkler system in your black tank. It's going to flush it out. Once you're satisfied that it's clean enough, then you're going to turn off your hose, close that back up, put your cap back on. 30 amp service. This is your power cord. This is an input for cable or satellite. Some parks have their own cable service. This is an outdoor shower, hot and cold water. Back, you can store your wastewater hose in your bumper. Pull that off, slide the hose in, put the cap back on. License plate goes there. Spare tires the same as the tires that are on it. You are pre-wired for a backup camera. We do have those here at TerryTown. We have observation cameras, so they will be on the entire time you're driving, so you can see who's behind you, do lane changes. It's just 4 screws and 1 plug, and then you have a screen that goes inside your vehicle. A little storage over here. Your step just lifts, pushes up like that. You do have outdoor speakers. I'll show you how to switch those over. Electric awning. This is a mount for a TV. You have a TV out here. This is an output. A couple plugs. And then your front storage. You do have a light up there and a switch. That switch is what turns these blue lights on in the front. This camper is solar ready. So if you had a solar panel, plug it in here and it will trickle charge your battery. And that is the outside of the camper. Now we'll go inside. Alright, right inside the door here is your fuse panel. So your fuses and your breakers. Fire extinguisher goes there. It will be put on when you pick up. Right now it's in the refrigerator. Right inside the door is your control panel. Turn that light off. So right here, push the button. This is for your battery. Shows how full your battery is. Freshwater tank, your black, and you have 1 gray. This shows 2 grays, but this one is not connected with anything. Your water heater. This is the electric. This is the gas. So you can choose which one you want. Just make sure the propane's on. Flip that switch on. Make sure there's water in, of course. And it should light up on its own. Water pump for that freshwater tank. And then your awning lights. Living room. And all of these lights in here are on 1 switch. If you don't want them all on, they are push button in the center. This is for your slide out. So just hold the button down. Up. And retract. I'll go back out. And that's all the way out. Your awning. Open this door back up. So your awning, you have extend and retract. Push extend. Make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Right there, you see that white part, that's your valance. If I go any further, I'm going to hit that camper. But once that valance falls, your awning is all the way out. Just simply let go of that button. If I keep holding the button down, it's going to go all the way out. It's going to keep going. It's going to come back with your awning upside down. You don't want that to happen. This is adjustable. So it's pin on both sides. Just push those in and raise it up or down. So you can have a different pitch if you need to. Right. Bathroom in here. Foot pedal flush on your toilet. Halfway down brings water in, all the way down will flush it. You do have good storage here. GFI switch there. Your sink goes to your gray. Shower goes to the gray tank. You do have a fan above the shower. To open it, just lift it up and then turn it on and push that button. Just make sure this is down before you travel. Right down here, this is your carbon monoxide and LP detector. That will continuously run off your battery. So if you are not plugged in, that's still running off your battery. If this sits in your driveway or something for a few days, I would unhook that battery unless you have it plugged in. I would unhook the battery or it will drain it. You have a table here, pulls out. This is your thermostat. You have it on and off in the top. And then your temperature control down here. Sink. You do have a glass top, so you have extra counter space. This lifts up. You have to put this on light and use a lighter or something to light that up. Just remember to put this back down before you travel. It is glass, it will break. In the corner here, you have a couple of plugs. So you just push down on the top and then it'll pop up, then you lift it the rest of the way up. USB charging ports there. Your microwave. This is a convection microwave. So when you push convection, you're going to set a temperature. There's different temperatures there. Otherwise, if you use it just for a microwave, you set the time. It's pretty nice. Down here, your refrigerator. This is gas or electric. Just turn it on here. That auto light is on. It's going to run off of electricity if you're plugged in. If you lose power or unplug, it's going to automatically switch to propane. If you don't only want to run propane, just have that button out and it's propane only. If this check light comes on, that means it cannot find the propane, so it's either off or empty, so just check that. You have storage down below, plug and a USB charging port. Down under the bed here, that is your furnace. Your water heater, if you lift the mattress. Underneath this panel right here, there's a couple screws, one in each corner. You lift that up and then you'll get to the back of your water heater. On the back of your water heater are it's 2 or 3 valves. Whatever way they are right now, you just turn them the opposite way when you're ready to fill it. TV goes here. Right here is where you plug in. You do have an antenna booster, so there's a little button right here. Make sure that green light is on, otherwise you will not get local channels. That turns your antenna on. And on the ceiling, this is your antenna. Just spins in a circle for fine tuning. It does not go up and down like the old style ones do. This is a DVD player, CD player, and it's Bluetooth. You have indoor and outdoor speakers. So you have zone 1 and zone 2. Zone 1 is on now. That's inside. I just push the number 1. It turns it on or off. Zone 2 is outside. Effective treatments and save more lives. Your dinette does go into a bed if you want it. You just remove those legs, the tabletop, rest over here, and then the cushions fill in the top. Your windows do open. These pull out and slide. These ones, there's tabs, 2 tabs you push in and lift up. Emergency exit. Pushes out. You can have it open like that, or if you need to get out, pull the screen and throw that open and get out the window. Make sure this is latched before you travel. If it's not latched, that wind can catch hold of it and it will be gone. So make sure that is latched. Alright, your air conditioner. All the controls are on the air conditioner. So you have air. This is your fan. And then you can go to the air. And then just a temperature control. You do have filters. Just remove these. The filters inside can be cleaned and reused. They're very thin, so be careful not to rip them. And it looks like that is everything in this camper. Not too hard to use. And then over here, that ceramic coating I was talking about that we apply here. So this is everything the warranty, the 5-year warranty will cover. So if any of those things happen to the side of your camper or those graphics, they will be repaired or replaced for 5 years. And your awning as well. And then there is an interior protection. Same thing, it's for 5 years. And it will protect you from any of those things. So if you spill bleach or you get a rip or tear in your furniture, it's going to be replaced or repaired. If though any of those things are something you're interested in, let us know. We'll be happy to apply them. There are other extras you can get as well. The observation camera, like I was telling you. There are the vents for those screens. So there's furnace vents. There's ones for your refrigerator and your water heater. Slide topper. That's a little awning that goes over your slide out. Vent covers, so you don't really have a vent in this one. That would go over. Surge protector, something I do highly recommend. You have 30 amp service, so 30 amp surge protector. You never know what's going to happen at the park. You could have a damaged pedestal where you plug in at and you don't know it. Plug your camper in and then you have electrical issues. Surge protector will help protect you from that. A lot of campers using their air conditioners. You have surges throughout the park. Help protect you from that as well. And the weather, of course. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions at all, give us a call. We'll be happy to help you. Congratulations again. And thank you for purchasing at TerryTown.